Well, welcome back. This is now episode 1, part 4. Just had another camera dismount action. This thing is not exactly set up for stability. Yeah, that's what happens when you get your car broken into. Oh, jeez. Alright, that's better. See how long that holds. I went about 2 feet again in the time that I was gone there. As I was saying, the only thing more exciting than sitting in traffic is probably watching somebody sit in traffic. I give you a lot of credit if you're still tuned in. You gotta be, partially crazy, actually, I would say. I'm really bored. Or really bored, I guess. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here's the yellow jacketed dude. Over here on the left, you can see him. Well, maybe you can't see him. I don't know what you can see or not. So they're directly telling us to go through here. And here goes another one on the right. You can see bringing us through. You can see these lines, so this road to the right and left here, they got that blocked off. So people can't cut into the line here. Yeah, one thing about Mexico that's kind of nice is you get services in Mexico. You can get anything, almost anything at your house if you know who to call. Like you can get your car washed at your house. You can get your car repaired at your house. You can get your hair cut at your house. Or you can get anything, just about anything you want. You can get at your house if you know the right person to call, the right number to call, and pretty inexpensively. We haven't really taken advantage of those services too much, but they are kind of nice. At least to know that they're there. But yeah, it's just generally, as I was saying earlier, it's generally very inexpensive living here in Mexico. I really like that. The cost of living is fantastic. The energy and real estate costs are so low. Food, consumer goods like clothing and such is more similar to the U.S. And especially if you go to the U.S. chain stores, of which there's tons down here. So Home Depot's here, Burger King's here, McDonald's here, just to name a few. There's a ton more that are down here, and those stores, it's U.S. prices. And we're right across the border here, so you can't get super cheap tools at the Home Depot in Mexico, much to my own chagrin. It's going to cost you exactly the same. In fact, sometimes it's often more. Even the Mexican brands that are sold in those stores are not all that inexpensive. But if you get further away from the border and you get out of the more touristy areas towards where we live, you can find some really good deals. And there's a lot of street vendors, and especially on the weekends, there's a lot of impromptu street like vendor type, like flea markets, I guess you'd call them, that pop up. You can get some really inexpensive things at those flea markets. Yeah, you really should learn your numbers. Spanish, one thing, if you're learning Spanish, of course you want to learn those conversational phrases, good mornings and hellos and all that sort of thing, but learn your numbers, because it will really help you. I'm still struggling with the numbers, but it will really help you in all kinds of aspects, but also especially buying things, like going to these kind of flea markets where you maybe have to haggle. Or is it easy to say that, learning numbers? I'm actually terrible at language myself. I really struggle to learn. My wife, in contrast, is very good with languages. She's fluent in 3 or 4 languages, can speak at least some of 6 or 7, including ancient Greek and just crazy stuff. But for her, it just comes so naturally and so easily. But that is not the case with me. They say, well, if you use it every day, you won't forget it, but that's not true. I use it every day and I still forget it. So you're immersed in it here, but you're not. But at least where I live, you're really not, though, because again, you don't have to speak Spanish basically anywhere you go. Almost everybody speaks at least a little English. And utilities here, so, it's like our electric bill. I think for 2 months, our electric bill last month was $20, I think, or something like that, $20 US. To fill our propane tank, it just cost us like $150, I think, something like that, and that'll last us maybe 3 months, maybe more. And we don't use very much of it. And we don't. So that many of the houses here, including ours, don't have central air or heat, which is crazy. I can't imagine I'd ever live in a place that didn't have central heat or central air. But you don't need it. You open the windows, and the houses are designed to really retain heat and cool quickly, and not that sort of thing. They're just really well designed for the environment here. But you just have your windows open, and it's basically perfect. If you get a little bit chilly at night, you just grab a blanket out. But that's about the extent of it, at least so far. I have heard that there were a couple nights in the winter where Jen was saying it was actually kind of cold. Well, we have 2 fireplaces in the house. If we have to bust those out maybe 1 night a year, 2 nights a year, hey, I'm not going to complain about that. And of course, there's space heaters. We'll see. I haven't been through that cold season yet, so maybe I'll change my tune once I go through it. But So far, no complaints about the weather aspect or about the no central heat or air. In general, like construction quality, building quality of basically everything is a little bit lower in Mexico, maybe a lot lower in some cases than in the U.S. There's no like building codes, and it's crazy shit. I mean, there's a lot of slipshod work is done, or half-ass work is half done, not finished. There'll be like screws that just aren't tightened. You're just like, why is the screw not tightened? And it's like something that's a critical piece of equipment, and the screw's just not tightened down. Like the guy just gave up or something. He just decided not to do it. I mean, maybe part of that is they want to get the work again. If they come back and race again, but I don't know. I can't wrap my head around it. And it takes forever to get anything done as far as construction goes. God, they're putting up 50 yards of cement at my complex at the entrance. It's taking them 2 months to get like 40 yards of it done. I mean, it's just crazy how long it takes. You see a guy selling wipers, windshield wipers. Doesn't sell anything in the line here. Windshield wipers are quite popular to sell for some reason. Well, we're almost to the actual, let's say, the immigration area. Those green signs up there, I don't know if you can see, maybe you can't, but that's sort of the way we consider the entrance to the area where the border is right up there. And maybe got another 10 minutes, 15 minutes till we get maybe to there. 48. Let's see, I left at 1:42, so we're over an hour now. Oh no, I'm gonna definitely get antsy. All right, buddy. We get there. We're getting there. We're getting there, buddy. Can I get in the front here? Let's get in the front seat. Alright. Luna's a good dog. She's a really great dog. I call her the wonder dog because of her frisbee skills. She's an unbelievable frisbee player. We'll play some frisbee up here, and that's the time to kill. So we'll go to the park up here. I like to stop and play frisbee with her at. She's absolutely amazing at that. But she's got a serious problem with other dogs, and I've not been able to break her of it. And it's really frustrating. Actually, I don't know what. I think something happened to her maybe at our old place. Another dog did something. I don't know, but she's really gets out of control around other dogs. Great with people, absolutely great with people. Kids, I mean, she's really sweet. Everybody loves her. She loves them, but man, other dogs, it just goes nuts. And there's so many dogs in our neighborhood. Everybody in Mexico has a dog, particularly in our neighborhood. Maybe not just particularly in our neighborhood, but every neighborhood. A lot of dogs, a lot of big dogs, a lot of scary dogs, but also a lot of really small dogs, really annoying dogs. And Luna doesn't like any of them. Our other dog, on the other hand, Inky, he's our Anatolian Shepherd. He's a big fella, weighs in about 120 pounds or so. He loves everybody, and he does pretty good with other dogs. Pretty calm. He's just pretty mellow about everything. I take him out around the complex, and he goes in because he can go into the restaurants. You can have animals in restaurants here. It's not like the U.S., so I kind of bring him in when they sit down with me. Sometimes everybody has a good time with him. Great guy. I'll bring him. I don't bring him very often, only because he's so big. He doesn't fit all that well in the car, so he feels a little. I think sometimes he gets a little sick in the car. I think it's mostly because the car's too small for him. But I'll bring him every once in a while across the border. All right, we're now in the border area, so we're in the restricted access lane. If you pull into this, if you accidentally get into this line and you don't have your global entry, or have global entry, it's a $5,000 fine actually, which is a very, very substantial fine for going the wrong way. You'll start to see some more vendors here on the street. Very few straight out beggars here. I mean, it's mostly everybody that's trying to get money is usually doing something for it, trying to sell something or doing something, trying to do something. Maybe they're working like the U.S. when you see sluggo, just look at their handouts. To the left is the ready lanes. You'll see they get shunted off up here up to a different set of gates, or whatever you call them, booths to go through. Like I said, I'm going to turn this off. Not yet. I'm going to turn this off when I get to, right before I talk to the security, the immigration people. Just in case. I don't want to get myself in any sort of trouble for this. Not that anybody's going to watch it anyways, but better safe than sorry. Is that a good name for a band? Dying Fetus. Not heard of that. Brutal. Dying Fetus. I don't know, the Dying Fetus show tomorrow night in Tijuana. Man, that's hardcore right there. You see all these trinkets here? Maybe you can't see them. I don't know if you can on the left. What is that? Shot. That's pretty interesting. A shotgun shot. Right? Nice GPS mag stuff. I know, buddy. What's wrong? What's wrong, buddy? We're almost there. I know, we're getting there. Go on. Try the driver. I'm just trying to get in the driver's seat with me. Oh, buddy. You gonna go back or something? I don't know if we're gonna go to the bathroom or what. She's acting really antsy here. Don't you dare go to the bathroom in here. I'll kill you. I will kill you, dog. Don't make me look bad here, water dog. Almost across. You can see now the roof of the actual crossing up there, that little white roof there. And soon you'll see the sign. It's the same as Girl. Moving pretty good here. They must have a number of lanes open. I think they have 10 or 11 Century lanes. I don't know the exact number. They're almost never always open. And the number of them that are open directly translate to how long it takes to get across. I think they continually struggle with staffing here at the border, I think. Definitely on the pedestrian. The pedestrian line is over to your right there, and it is really backed up too. A lot of people going to the U.S. And that line, you never know. I mean, it can be stopped completely. Apparently they're taking everybody's fingerprints now going into the country, which is a new thing. It's really slowing things down. They say it's because of the cartels. I don't know what that means. I don't know how getting fingerprints from everybody helps with the cartels, but anyway, it's really slowing things down in the pedestrian line. Definitely want to pay attention when you're driving here. You got random people just crossing the street all over the place. Drivers who don't necessarily always know what they're doing, going left and right, so really want to pay attention. Don't be multitasking or recording a show like myself here. Yeah. 2:56, 3 o'clock, so it's an hour and 15 minutes. Feels a lot longer than that, doesn't it? Certainly if you're watching this, probably feels like an eternity. Now, thanks for tuning in, though. If you did watch or you stuck through this, hopefully you got maybe one or two nuggets of information. If nothing else, you saw the route, most of it. I'm sorry about the camera mishaps there. Not my fault. Blame the thief who stole my shit out of my car in the U.S. Anyways, could have been worse, I guess, but almost there. I'm gonna leave the camera on maybe another, just so you get maybe right up to the kind of where the security guy is. You have to show your border entry card to the security guy before they'll let you pass these stone barriers here, because that's the official U.S. border. It's that stone barrier up there. I don't know if you can see it, but that's the asylum line. If you get past that line, you actually are on U.S. territory. They have to grant you asylum, I guess, and so they really heavily patrol that line. I haven't seen any kind of border jumpers, people trying to cross the border. You hear all these rumors or whatever about all these people trying to get across the border and climbing the wall and all this kind of stuff. I haven't seen any of that. Maybe it's a different part. It's definitely not here. You can see the San Diego Port of Entry sign now. Once we get to the security guy here, I'm going to turn the camera off. Alright folks, well thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I make it across the border okay. I will see you again. Probably tomorrow, I guess. I'm going to do episode 2. Yo, I'm just in time. The camera came right off the dash, just in time. Alright, take care. Thanks for tuning in. Later.